dismiss as being bitter about the gods because we do that a lot, so they're probably okay.
Well,
They're
when you
fine,
said it,
yeah,
when
they
you
get-
said it stopped. I just restarted it, so we're oops.
Oop.
I hope this stream isn't in like 5 pieces.
Well, if you missed us, we were being angry.
At the gods. Nothing
At the
else.
gods.
As Nevi said, nothing new here.
Yeah. So, you're heading down to Bromit's shop, where your gift from the Duke has been prepared. So Bromit's shop is a little shop on the main drag. It is in the style of Windwild. It has a few clocks in the windows, and like it's completely ticking, and all you hear is ticking down this like main drag. The people kind of find it soothing, but for outsiders, it's probably a little annoying.
Yeah, you know, I've seen nightmares like exactly like this before.
How do they end?
Usually not good. But most nightmares do, so. Anyway, continuing on.
So like Lucy just said in the chat, the town overall very charming. This is like the one place in town that is like a little more run down than the others. Like this is like, okay, like this is a clearly picturesque town, and the Duke sent you to this one like, it's not even a shithole, but it's just not as nice, okay?
Weird choice.
And you are free to enter. They've got, you know, the classic like saloon style doors. You just kind of push it open, and they push open and flop in front of you. Inside, you see just dozens of like wild animals just freely walking around the shop, and like some are in cages, but you get the sense that maybe they like it. They're not being held there against their own will. And there's just like a big ass tiger that like rubs against your legs and just kind of like walks by.
Olander, who's allergic to cats, sneezes a lot.
Vercingetorix pets the kitty.
The kitty's sweet. It has like these big like saber teeth, and
Oh yeah, he definitely rubs one of the saber teeth.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Sarah just sort of melt. She likes animals.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Olander likes dogs, but I think she's busy keeping Ida like in working mode right now because she just wants to go play.
Yeah.
Just is the only character I've ever made that doesn't like animals, and this is so hard for me.
Alex,
That's
what were
right.
you gonna say?
Yeah, sorry.
Constance had a pet Gorfin.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that
I assumed the Gorfin just kind of attached herself to Versi.
Aw. There you
Oh, yeah, Versi's a cat guy.
Boo.
Hello?
Oh, hey there! And you see this little guy walk out from the counter. He's very flat-footed. He's this skinny little halfling guy. He's got like sandy blonde hair, and he's got like freckles like all across his face to the point where like it almost like completely covers his face. And he walks out. He's like, "Hey, how can I help you?"
Hi. We were sent by the Duke.
Hey, you be good over there. And he points to like this parakeet that's like mid-flying and harassing like another animal. And he walks over and he's like, 1 second, please. And he takes the parakeet and like gently picks her up and puts her back in her little cage and like gets the little lock. And he's like, good girl. And he just kind of pats her. You're sent by the Duke?
Yeah.
To collect a reward for us, for aiding in the safe return of Charlotte to her home.
I had
Charlotte's
the feeling
back.
I had the feeling this happens a lot. We're probably not the first.
Yeah, oh, definitely not. Probably not the last either.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Every time though, it's a little bit longer out there. She gets a little bit better every time.
Maybe
Or
the
a little
gods should get
more
better.
Lost.
Yeah.
Regardless. All right, let me get you your reward. He disappears.
What kind of shop does Brahmin run here?
You just hear banging around in the back, like a roar.
It does remind me, one of the pet stores I used to go to had a gray parrot named Gandalf that just flew around the store and would harass people.
I know a guy with a gray parrot named Gandalf.
Sorry, I just need
Parrots.
Yeah, you just hear like this like giant roar in the back. He's like, "Oh, calm down, Mrs. Buttercup," and he just like keeps walking around.
That's so
A
cute.
lot of banging and like a pot breaks, and he's like, "Chill out," and he keeps rummaging around.
Oleander's like, whatever it is, I'm not cleaning it up after it.
Oh.
It is so hard to keep up the casual disdain. I like animals so much.
How does he keep the cats from eating the birds?
That's a great fucking question.
I don't.
What?
Oh no, is this a pet shop?
So Bromit walks out from the counter and he has 5 little like jars
Oh no.
on the desk, and he sets them down on the desk and he says, "All right, so and I'm gonna switch out of Bromit for a second. Chris is introducing a new mechanic in combat. Right after the escalation die, your pet will get to act. You can have 1 pet per party, and these are your 5 options."
Oh my god, are we choosing our starting Pokemon?
You
Oh my god!
You
Are we gonna have a rival Pokemon trainer fight after this?
Man,
are.
Chris, you're the cool GM. And Alex is like, here's this new condition that's gonna fuck you up. Chris is like, here's your pet.
Here's
Pokemon.
a
Pokemon.
Meanwhile,
So he takes the little sheet off the top of the first little
no.
cage, and there's just this like baby-sized cage, and inside of it's this little puppy, and he's black, and his face is all red, and his eyes are red, and there's like fire coming out of his eyes. Yeah, and it's a little baby heckhound, and once per battle, your Hellhound puppy imbues each character's attacks with fire. Add 1 damage die to your attack, and fire damage lasts only 1 turn.
That is super
Heck,
handy when we're fucking with Marrow a lot more in the
Oh, yeah.
future.
Yep.
All right, but hold on, we got 4 other options.
Another
Just
little
saying.
cage. It's a little chimera cub. It has a little lion head, a little dragon head, and a little snake. Or a goat, I'm sorry.
I feel like we have to take that one.
It's not
Well,
even
don't be biased.
Does
We're
Does
gonna
it have
be bi-
rainbow powers?
It does not.
Is it a Chromanticore?
It says on escalation die 3 and 6, the Chimera Cub grants the entire caravan resistance to 1 damage type of their choice,
Ooh, that could be
but
helpful.
only
too.
on those escalation dies.
Oh, that could be helpful too.
Next, he opens up this little jar and he like taps it like upside down, and this like little tiny like gelatinous cube falls out.
Loopy.
Whenever an enemy is killed in combat, the baby ooze heals each member of the caravan for 1d4 plus the dead enemy's constitution. Members must be at least 1 hit point to gain the effects of this, and the healing takes place 1 turn after the creature dies because the ooze needs time to devour it.
Is that a Mr. Micah jelly?
I was gonna say.
I was just thinking of him.
Might be relatives.
When we
It's
came in
fine.
here, my thought was, I was like, is this Mr. Micah's like son?
It's a nephew or something.
Next one, another little cage. A little baby bullet comes out, and he's got like his little hard like head. And once per battle, the caravan can choose to unburrow the baby bullet and advance the escalation die by 1 instantly.
They're all cute. They're all so cute.
They
And
are all
helpful.
so cute.
And then the
Right?
last one, he gets out again this little bottle, and he's like, "Okay, stand back. Be careful with this one." And inside, you just see like this little like sparkling creature. It's like a little lightning elemental. Once per battle, the lightning sprite gives off electrical energy, giving 1 member an extra basic attack on 1 turn.
Pikachu!
The caravan must come to a consensus on who uses this.
That's awesome.
So you can think for a bit. You don't have to choose right now, but
Look, I'm just happy, so I don't care which one. I like them all.
To review, the Heckhound puppy gives us extra fire damage for 1 round of combat.
yeah, I
do
just put
fire
it in
damage
chat.
all the time, just
Oh,
so
cool.
everyone knows.
It's on the Discord.
But helpful for when Versi's not around, I guess. We have to have to
Yeah.
consider that.
I mean, in character, Oleander's vote is the Hellhound because she likes dogs.
Heck,
They're the only animals she likes, and she doesn't have much fire. So,
They're all so cute.
So basically how this mechanic will work is like if you collect more than like 2 combat, like more than 1 combat pets, you have to declare as a party which one you're going to use for the combat.
who's summoned?
Yeah, so you get
Pikachu,
one for
I
free.
choose you.
If you want to buy another one, you can.
How much
but
are
they're
they?
like
Cost?
$2,000,
2
$2,000.
grand? I think we could swing that.
Our party money is actually quite low because we got a bunch of potions.
Oh, that's right. Working for the Watchers doesn't fucking pay.
Yeah, we actually, Oleander was going to mention that, or slash Sam was going to mention it, that we do actually need to find some work that pays soon. We've got 856 silver pieces
We're
and
talking
40.
to a desperate Duke, huh?
Yeah.
I forgot that we've just kind of been running around being heroes for free.
Sword's like, yeah, there was me.
It's
And then Sword leaves.
It's also almost entirely been for our own self-interest, though. You know what I mean? Like, we traveled to Alon for, like, our own shit.
Yeah, it's
we
all
went to
been
Gehenna for our
character-driven.
own shit.
Oh, fuck. You mean we gotta do main quests again?
Boom.
We need employment?
We haven't even been getting like picking up many relics to
But-
sell to the Oprix Academy, which was how we had been making
That
money.
is how
Before
you
I
were
forget
making-
my question, sorry, I need to
Sorry.
interrupt because I already forgot it twice. How do we upgrade and level up our current pets?
Yeah, how do we
Either-
evolve them?
So each combat that they
No,
fight
like
in,
our Gorfin and Oleander's dog.
oh, they're not
Oh,
combat
No,
pets.
I
Yeah.
want to upgrade them. Let
Talk
them
to the
level
other
up.
GM in season
Oh.
5.
Well,
Talk to-
Oleander's not upgrading her service animals,
Yeah.
like mechanically. Ida is very much just meant to be narrative.
Okay.
Mhm.
But I
I
mean,
just
you
mean
know,
we
do what you
already-
want with
We
your
already
Gorfin.
have them on hand.
I did almost make one of Oleander's original feats was going to be having like a skeletal companion, like for combats and stuff, and it was going to be like a service, like skeleton dog.
That is so cute.
I'll let you train the
Emotional
Gorfin.
support ghost cat.
Yay.
I'll let you
Alright.
train the Gorfin with Brommet for like 1,500 silver.
All right. I think the Hack Hound's a good idea, all things considered.
I'm on board with the hack hound.
I love all of them so very much.
We
so
have to call it a heck hand.
It's the Hack
That's
Hound.
fine. He's a baby. Yeah.
I think I have a doodle of a Hack Hound somewhere in a book somewhere.
Oh,
It is a boy.
What should we call
Is this like Pokemon where we get a certain level of naming them and then they cut you off on how many?
it?
Yes. So are we gonna choose the Heck Hound? Everybody
Yeah.
cool with that?
Yeah.
how are we gonna name him?
Okay. He's literally like the size of your palm right now. Like
Oh, baby.
Wait, okay, so what kind of dog does the Hack Hound resemble? I need to know, like, what kind of dog?
I'd say German Shepherd,
Okay, I like Shepherd.
but
oh, I
Heck
love
Hound.
it.
Like he'll be that size, if not bigger, you know.
And
I
on
love-
fire.
And on
Mhm.
fire.
He might grow another head if you level him up, you know.
Oh,
I've been rewatching Adventure Time, so I'm just picturing the fire wolves.
Yay.
all right. What are we gonna name this? Can we just call him Hack Hound? Like,
Oh, he needs a name.
Percy's the
Just
kind
name
of-
him Heck.
Hecky.
Oh, Heck.
Oh heck, get over here.
Heck.
Too
Sit
bad.
down, Heck.
Too bad there are already characters named the Hectors.
Oh
Yeah.
damn, true.
I mean, what's another
Mini
Hector?
Hector?
Am I right?
Hector, little Hector,
Heck
tiny
Jr.
Hector.
Tiny Hector.
Illegally small Hector.
It's just Hector spelled with a CK.
I don't know. What should we?
You can think on it.
We can pick a name later.
That's
I'm gonna
true.
name it Rufus.
I love it. I'm cool with that.
All right, his name's Rufus.
Rufus!
Rufus. All right. Rufus it is.
Okay.
So, like I said, if you pick up more pets, if you train the Gorfin, if you buy another pet, you just have to declare at the start which one you want to use. So
That's awesome.
once fire becomes less helpful, you know, you can switch them out.
That's so cool.
Oh
Yay.
man, we can't like resource farm Rufus. You know, like swap. him out.
So I guess another thing to note: every 5 combats, they're gonna level up.
Okay.
That's awesome.
They'll get a new ability, or like at least upgrade their current ability, if that makes
I
sense.
love
So-
him.
Yeah, that's
Love
cool.
Rufus
Yay.
so much.
he does
That's
not talk.
awesome.
He's not a talking animal, but he's sweet.
That
Well,
doesn't
does he
matter.
do the Pokemon rules where he just is like, heck? Like,
Heck, heck.
Heck, heck.
Heck,
Sure, I
hound.
think I'm good with that.
Baby
Heck,
puppy
hound.
barked.
He barks heck. I think that's fine.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
When
my
they just say their
God.
name,
I love him.
their species type.
Ah. Dog, 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 dog.
Okay, so that's
like tearing up at the sight of a tiny puppy. She's like, oh,
There you go. You all
Azara
have
deserves
little
a pet.
now. True.
Azara does deserve a pet.
Azara does deserve a pet.
You know
All
what?
right.
What's the next best thing beside next to a best friend? A dog.
A
A
doggy.
best friend, boyfriend, just a dog.
A dog.
Just have a
Oh.
dog instead.
Look, Soren, you lost, bud.
That's
You
fair.
lost.
But she's a dog too.
I get it now.
Soren's actually dead, but
No,
Oh,
he's not.
sad.
No.
I just figured out he's sort of my nephew, and then he died.
he's sort of my
Sort of a
nephew.
nephew.
Yeah, we really glazed over that because you weren't here last week, obviously.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of like, all right, next morning.
Yeah.
And it's not like neither of them were like mentioning it to everyone. Oh, by the
No,
way, my
yeah.
friend is Soren's mom.
Yeah.
How do you bring that up? Hey, my super morally gay friend who asked me to spy on you guys, and then I said no, but through a letter, and I haven't really talked with her afterwards, is also Soren's mom.
I mean, I don't know if I would call her morally gray.
Yeah.
It's
And that's
Morally
Triss's
reprehensible.
perspective, though. Triss's perspective is skewed on
Yeah.
on what is good and
Yeah.
evil.
True.
dude.
So I think Yvette still falls under morally gray for Triss, which
Triss is
anyone else
morally
would just be
evil.
evil. Yeah.
Well, Brahmet, you run an interesting shop, and as a fellow animal lover, I appreciate what you do. Just try and separate the birds and the cats.
Oh, it was a joke. They're fine.
Hmm.
Sheesh.
We walk away, and he's like, I never thought of separating the
That's so brilliant.
You just hear,
Separate the birds and the cats? What a novel concept.
it must be.
Do have this room that I haven't been using at all.
My empty not bird room, of course.
I've just been letting teenagers make out in there.
The aviary. What? Oh, is that what that big cage thing
Oh.
is for?
There's like a huge dome out back. I
He's
just
just been
posted a
hanging-
picture of Rufus in your
He's
Discord.
so cute.
I want to see Rufus. I want to see Rufus.
him.
Where's Rufus?
I'm so happy.
Even Oleander likes him. That's how you know.
Oh, you gotta post this in discussion. This is too
Oh, I
cute to
will.
just keep to us.
It's not my art, obviously. But
I know, but
I will do
still.
so.
So cute.
Oh, look at the little paws. Look at his little
to go back to
Zagreus
casual
feet.
I would let him burn my
casual
face off.
disdain.
He can burn me. He can. That dog.
He can
Can
no
burn
wrong.
my house.
Burn me.
I love him.
Okay, so until further notice, he just kind of like paddles around behind you.
He's like a little mascot.
Yeah.
Yay.
Wait, he's too small though. If we let him walk, he won't be able to keep up because
That's
he's really
true.
like oversized.
Carrying him.
Someone has to hold him.
Okay, Zara's got him. He's very hot. It's the touch, but
Ito
You
will
get
show him the ropes. It's okay.
his
Actually,
ears
like
are still
Oleander
creepy.
is experienced training dogs,
there
so
you go.
Vercingetorix grew up around dogs a
with
lot.
Mouse and Petra.
Yeah, so he's chill. He loves this puppy.
We have 17 dogs.
They have so many animals in the orphanage.
So I just imagine that everyone's just surrounding Azara, but it's not for Azara. It's for the. This whole party's like, oh, he's so cute. Except maybe Triss, because Triss shows mild disdain for everything.
Just shows mild disdain for everyone. She canonically did not like Torg's dog. Actually, I don't know if she remembers Torg as a person and just thinks Torg was the dog.
Torg was just a fever dream.
I mean, wasn't he?
He kind of was, wasn't he?
Yvette tries not to remember Torg.
So Versi just picks up Rufus and just holds Rufus in front of Triss and is like, you have to admit, he's adorable.
Why do you want me to break character, Alex?
Because I'm evil.
I suppose it's small. It's supposed to emit cuteness.
But look
That way
at
people
this
don't want to kill it.
Look at these big paws. They're so big.
They're
It's
not.
so-
No, those are small. Why are you saying that?
If anything
compared-
happens to Rufus, I will kill everyone here and then myself.
Hard same.
I would. Oh, look at this I would undo the heavens for you, Rufus. Look at this little haghound. He's so cute. And Mercy just is like, just snuggling Rufus up.
We should have gotten you all a dog earlier. You seem suddenly so joyful and light.
Like Mercy can snuggle the puppy, doesn't get burned. Chris, you are muted, my good sir.
My bad. I was yelling at my dog in a nice way. For those of you who don't have fire resistance, he is hot to the touch, but he's probably worth it. He's cute enough.
I will bear that suffering.
Okay.
It is a cross I am willing to bear.
So if anyone wants to have any scenes tonight, now would be a good time before we get into what the Duke wants.
I want to have a scene with Triss, but I don't know how to start it or what to do for it.
Okay. You, Minerva.
Yes.
Bonding.
Hi.
Let's do it.
Yes. Captain? I don't know.
Oh no, why would you?
I don't know.
Darling, don't. No. Okay. We haven't had a conversation. You don't really know me. I don't really know you. So perhaps we should do something about that so that way our teamwork and cooperation in battle will not be hindered by the fact that we have not once talked.
Yeah. That sounds good to me. So you're a sword.
Yes, I am.
That's cool. Question mark. Look, I'm really bad at figuring out what parts of people's lives are like cool and which parts are like bad, because it seems really different for all of you.
Oh no. I enjoyed being a sword, except for the whole eating people thing. But currently I can go into sword form and not do that, so things are working out all right for me.
Oh, that is definitely an improvement, I suppose.
Yeah, I know. I never really liked it.
I hope you didn't like look like this when you were eating them, though.
No.
Okay, so it was more like a
this is
soul
new.
devouring thing, not like a physically like cannibalism thing.
Oh gosh, no. It was a soul devouring thing, and they were aware of what they were trading. It's not like it was a surprise.
Oh, then I don't see the issue here, I suppose.
The issue is I still grew fond of them, and I still feel bad about it. It's like if you keep a little pet with you for a long enough time, you raise a pig, eventually you don't actually want to eat it if you can hear it talk and think and run around.
I don't know, I like bacon too much, man.
Huh. You take this rather well, Minerva. Most people are like, oh, just human life is so valuable. How dare you eat souls? I feel uncomfortable around you. Stay away from my children.
Well, I don't have kids for you to stay away from, as far as I know. I don't have kids, right?
I mean, you don't have kids.
No, okay, good.
And Constance doesn't have kids. I mean, you're separate entities.
Physically, like DNA
Physically, I wasn't aware of Constance having children. The only friend I have who has children, I know they're children.
Oh. Okay. It's a very weird way to say a normal thing.
Was it? My apologies.
I just meant, normally if you know someone it's not weird to know people's kids if you know them, I think. Right?
I don't know. That was the first person I knew who had children, so I wasn't exactly sure of the rules.
To be fair, I don't know much in the rules of etiquette either, because I haven't done them since I was a child, so...
Yes.
Sorry.
How is it? No, I read a lot of conversation books, and the real thing is, as long as you're relating with someone, it doesn't really matter how it's done. And you speak truthfully, you speak boldly. I don't mind the direct approach. Truthfully, I try to be very direct with people I'm not trying to manipulate. It's a show of good faith towards you. So I appreciate the same that you're doing here.
Good to know. glad you are not trying to manipulate me. That's cool. Thanks for that.
You're very welcome. As again I said, I do hope that we will work well in battle.
Yeah. So I think I have apologized to everybody else, but not to you.
What?
So
Why would you apologize to me?
Oh, I just, for being crappy about the whole Constance thing and,
Oh, you
being
were quite
your friend's
unkind.
not a person and this is my
Yes, you
body
were quite-
first. And
Yeah, no, you were quite unkind about Constance. But your opinion on Constance is yours. I have my own. I value Constance very greatly.
And I just wanted to apologize for the way I handled things.
I imagine it's discerning. You weren't expecting to share a body. I mean, I've heard that my siblings, well, wielders, had similar opinions and expressions. That sort of growth and process is normal, from my understanding. Normally, there's a lot of outrage of, no, sharing a body, you took over. I agreed to this, but I didn't fully understand what that meant. Oh no, I did these things when I was alive, but it wasn't really me, and now my sense of self is all skewed and messed up. And it's like, okay, you guys talk a lot.
All right.
This isn't going well. You seem
I'm
consistently weirded out by me.
No, I just I don't know how to respond, and yeah, I'm sorry.
No, again, you don't.
This
Have
is
to-
just weird, I think, for all of us, and
I'm not weirded out by you. It's fine. Again, you're pretty normal in my experience.
okay. I mean, if I could help get, Constance back and it wasn't gonna, send me back to wherever again, I would.
All right. Well, that's lovely to know.
Because you guys have been, pretty cool about everything, all things considered, and I appreciate that, so yeah.
Do you feel as if you have to fight for your right to exist? Is that why you feel awkward constantly?
Well, it's a little disconcerting, I suppose. I came back expecting people to be excited that I had, come back to the world of the living again, and I had, stuff to do, and I don't know, I come back and everyone's kind of just bummed out that I'm here.
I'm sorry, your return wasn't exactly what you expected. I imagine processing that must have made it difficult, especially considering the loss of yourself for so long, and learning that others have come fond of something that was so difficult for you. I can see your perspective on it.
Yeah. Again, thank you. You have all been very, very understanding.
Whenever we're not your enemies just because we're friends with Constance. You don't have to thank us for listening to you and caring about what you're saying. If you're here and you're traveling with us, then we're a team currently, and that means I need you to be well emotionally and physically. So if you're struggling with something, then you're welcome to take the moment to relate it towards me and talk about it if you need it.
Wow, you are very logical. We should listen to you more, I think.
Thank you. I think everyone should listen to me more, including my siblings who I need to slap around a bit.
Fair enough.
But I'm enjoying getting to know you, Minerva, and I hope that you will enjoy getting to know the rest of us. So,
we can shake towards partnership.
I would like that. And she shakes a little enthusiastically.
Trissa's used to that from Constance. So sorry, I'm not extraordinarily touchy-feely, so shaking hands is about the most I do normally.
It's okay. I guess I'm not either. I hadn't really thought about it too much.
Well, experiencing the way things feel is still strange towards me. I don't know, it's been...
Absolutely,
yeah.
I get that.
It must be extremely hard for you right now since it's all so new and it feels so much at the start.
Fabric is really weird still. When Oleander took me shopping and I made sure to pick out some really soft stuff. So here, feel it.
Oh, that feels very nice. Did you cut out the tags?
No.
You should do
I
that.
need to do that. You can do that?
No, it's a lot nicer.
They won't like arrest you or something for it?
I mean, once you bought it, it's yours.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, that feels great, and I'm glad you found something very comfortable for you there.
Yeah. I'm trying to be, as normal as I can, I suppose. And yeah, I think I'm getting along pretty well with everybody here for the most part, except that Azara girl, I'm pretty sure she hates my guts.
She doesn't hate your guts. She's just concerned about Constance and is worried that people aren't focusing on her. It doesn't have to do with you, really. They were quite close. It's a bit of a betrayal, a little bit, to see others get along. Not everyone is able to separate your two existences as easily as I am.
Yeah, it is kind of oddly, like, you're oddly, like, okay with this. Like, it doesn't freak you out at all.
No, I shared brain space with other humans for 100 years, and then my siblings would literally meld their minds onto others. One of my siblings, the Golden Shield, his whole thing was that they would find a person, get them to agree to the deal until they're 27, and then their existence and their existence would combine towards one, and they would take on all the feelings and emotions and memories of that person, and they would wear it for a while, which meant that the Golden Shield's personality was constantly in flux and had a lot of very confusing human emotions that I didn't quite understand fully at that time. But such these things is quite easy to understand, and then my other sibling, the Golden Spear, well, they would just overtake someone's mind completely. So again, they would give it back on the 27th birthday. But for me, all of this is so very normal.
Cool.
I find not a lot of it strange, so...
And I mean, like, I think at least half of this party has died at some point, so...
Oh, yes,
I guess I'm not the weirdest one.
Oh, no. Everyone here is extraordinarily unnormal, so when you said you're striving to be normal, I think you're not quite hitting the right avenue. Just strive to be who you want to be.
It's, yeah. It's just a little difficult when people look at you and you're not actually who they're seeing.
Yes, I suppose that is hard, but again, one day we'll sort this all out, and people will see you for you, Minerva. You just have to keep going a little bit longer with this sort of unstableness of how everything is. It gets easier. It truly does. Things might seem odd and strange and confusing, and it's very overwhelming to re-inhabit the world like this form. But you'll find your path, and you'll find your way, and the others will see you for you. Just give them some time.
Thank you. You're very insightful. And now, if you will excuse me, I think I need to go apologize to Vercingetorix again.
Oh, yes, you too. I don't even want to get into that one. Goodbye.
I don't know, but I came back and I'm saying sorry a heck of a lot. All right.
Oh, one thing you could do is just write it out and just have it ready every time, and you can just hand an apology letter. I have them pre-written at this point. A lot of them are towards Soren. I've argued with him quite a bit.
Good tip.
Are you really a member of the EC if you haven't had to apologize to Soren for laying into him?
Yeah.
Some haven't even apologized.
I feel like Triss gives like Minerva just a stack of these templates.
I'm sorry, there's like
Here's where you put the name. Here's where you
like
put
a
the reason why
checkbox.
you're apologizing.
It's
I am
just
sorry
a bunch
for
of check boxes.
for
Check
offending,
all that apply.
for physically causing you physical harm.
Nah, then Minerva will walk off and go apologize to Versi again. But we don't need to act that out.
Okay.
She's like, sorry, I told you to shut up.
Oh, it's fine.
That's all.
Yeah, I was getting into description that wasn't necessary. Boom, done.
Boom, done.
Wow, they're learning. All right. So we can fast forward to dinner time here if we would like to.
Vercingetorix wants to talk to Azara.
Cool.
He
Go
hasn't
for it.
checked in with her in a minute, and
Do it up.
where can Azara be found at this time? Probably.
She's playing with her new puppy.
I was gonna say playing with the puppy, most likely.
She
Versi will
deserves it.
Yep, Versi's gonna use the puppy as the perfect excuse to go hang out with Azara because he also likes puppies. And he will kind of just like, kneel down next to Azara with the puppy, and he'll be like, when I was young, well, Mama Petra raised dogs, so I spent a lot of time around dogs.
I see. We had a cat when I was younger. And by had a cat, I mean that there was a cat that lived in our yard and we frequently fed, and would sometimes let me pet her before running away.
Ah, well, as much your cat as you say it is, so that's what matters. But if you never need help with the dog, myself, Oleander's pretty proficient with the canine animals as well.
Thank you. I will remember that.
And how are you doing?
I'm alright. Better now.
Well, puppies have a way of easing the mind.
They do.
Well, I just wanted to make sure. I know, with all things considered, if I am feeling suffering and pain for what is happening, I imagine you don't feel great about it either.
Not really. No. But what else can I do but keep going?
I know you think that I don't want to get Constance back. I do. I really do.
Everybody wants to say they know what I think and what's going on in my head and what I feel, and they don't, but thanks.
All right, I apologize. I had been given a different impression.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have snapped at you.
No apologies necessary. Everyone's been tense as of late, understandably so.
I know that you want to get Constance back too. We all do. It's just a disagreement on method and timeline, I suppose.
I have had a lot of time to think about if such a thing happened. I have seen firsthand of what exactly I can be capable of doing to get Constance back, and what I could become. And that scares me.
Believe it or not, Vercingetorix, I understand that perfectly.
You've met my uncle.
Yes. Yes, I have.
I do not want to become him. And I'm afraid if I allow a quest to retrieve Constance to consume me, that, well, blood has a way of catching up to us.
I live in fear of one day seeing my grandfather's reflection in a mirror. But just because I am afraid does not mean I'm going to stop.
I knew I came to you at the right time. I find your resolve inspiring.
Thank you, I guess.
Should the time come, I'll gladly allow you to drive this sword through your grandfather's heart.
Unfortunately, it seems that is increasingly not an option.
We shall see. It
Yeah, I
seems
suppose we
dying.
will.
Seems dying's given me friends in high places.
It's not that I don't think we could be capable of killing him. It's the consequences of doing so that worry me.
Is it Lycus?
Vercingetorix, if you kill a Fae like that, all that power has to go somewhere.
Yeah. And where do you think it will go?
If I'm the one to kill him, me.
If anyone can harness the power of the moon and remain honorable and good, it's certainly you.
I appreciate your faith in me, Vercingetorix, but I'm not sure it's rightly placed. I'm a dangerous person.
I've had an eternity to think about you, my friend. My faith in you is much warranted. If not for you, I'd still be in the Cathedral of Torment, suffering.
I didn't get you out alone.
9, and you will not face your grandfather alone.
And should the day ever come, you won't face your uncle alone either.
I've known that for a long time now. Your
Good.
friendship means very much to me, Azara.
As yours does to me.
That's why I came to talk to you. I was worried that perhaps our differences in views and philosophies were potentially driving a wedge between that. Turns out, actually, we're more similar than we thought, yet again.
Yeah. There are a lot of things to be afraid of in this world, Vercingetorix. Ourselves among them sometimes. But if there's anyone it's worth facing those demons for, it's Constance.
You've given me much to consider. I appreciate your counsel. It is a compass that I find steadies me in a time where I am without direction.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
If you ever need anything, just call on me.
The same to you.
I'm here, aren't I?
Yes.
Well, he just stands up, gives Rufus chin scritches. I will leave you to training. That's not fun. Give me or Oli a call if you need a hand.
I will. Thank you, Vercingetorix.
Be well, Azara.
As Vercingetorix is leaving your room.
Sorry, I just.
Philo bumps into you in the hallway, Vercingetorix.
Oh, great.
You are so kind to people, and that's why you're my champion.
Yeah, because you give a shit about kindness, right?
No, I really don't. Are you... So, I also... How do I put this bluntly? I love love as well. Affinity does the whole marriage thing. I don't really give a shit about that part, but just the infatuation bit is what I like, and I can't help but notice there's a little bit of fling between you and the person who used to now inhabits your ex-girlfriend's body.
If that's what you see, Phyla.
She said you were cute today. I watch you a lot.
I've noticed. If that's what you think is happening, so be it. Who am I to question your divine judgment?
All right, well. Affinity does have a church in town where she performs services herself. It's kind of like a little bit of like a tease to one of her subjects.
Okay, I have no intentions of getting married today.
I was just throwing it out there.
Look, are you gonna buy me a basket or not? Is that what you want?
Maybe someday, and she blows you a kiss and vanishes.
Look, ever since his chat with Triss, Vercy's taken a very different approach to Phyla now. It's just cool indifference. Just, yeah, if you say so. Whatever you say.
I love it.
Just, it's an interesting, it's a funny aspect. Usually people, oh God, let me avert my visions, Vercy. Yeah, what the fuck do you want?
Oh God, her again.
Oh, you again?
Okay, anything else we want to do before dinner? If not, we'll take a bio break. All right, we will go to break then, and we'll come back at dinner with the Duke. Could have been the episode title, damn it.
Oh,
Man.
that would have been a good one!
Fuck.
Oh, missed it.
Oh,
Yeah, missed it.
man. All right, stream's over. We gotta restart. All right.
I'll rename the YouTube VOD. No one will ever know.
No,
They'll never
it's not
know.
on anything else. Don't worry about it. Don't look at it. All right,
Don't
we'll
look.
see y'all in just a bit. Bye.
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 Hello. Hi.
Woo!
Hello, welcome back, everyone, to WovenRealm.
Woo!
This episode is now titled Dinner with the Duke. We changed it.
We did. Oh shoot! Was I supposed to do that?
No.
No, it's a secret change. Only if
okay.
you listen, you're cool enough to know.
You had to be there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Neat.
Okay, so the Emerald Caravan is going back to the Manor Daemon to have dinner with the Duke, Damien Daemon. So when you arrive at the manor, it is beautifully decorated, of course. There is a beautiful tablecloth that runs the entire length of the table, and it kind of has like a vague history of Albion, at least the nice parts of it. And it's gorgeous, very atmospheric. There's like lights that kind of float down and like float across the room, and it's a very nice little setup. They have tons of different foods. Honestly, anything you're looking for, you can find something pretty close. So at dinner, you have Damien Daemon, of course, the Duke, and then you have his son Charlie, who is older than Charlotte, and then Charlotte as well. So the three of them, Damien's wife is not attending, but everybody else is here. And then there are two more empty seats. And as you arrive, he says, I hope you didn't mind. I didn't... first of all, let me apologize. I didn't mean to rush you earlier. I didn't realize quite your importance and your affiliations, and I didn't mean to rush you out my door. So I apologize. But I trust you found my gift suiting.
We did. We're very grateful. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes, well, please have a seat. I did invite a few people that you may be accustomed to knowing. And he sits down, and then you watch as this lizard folk woman enters the room. You haven't seen her, but she introduces herself as Vesper, and she is a watcher, and she's on the little suspect list.
She's on our list.
Oh, hey, did you kill Soren's dad?
She's Krukala's partner, right?
She is.
Okay, so she was actually pretty high on our suspect list. Just a refresher, y'all.
Not only that, also good information about Krukala shit as well, then, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Damien says, I also invited Krukala, but she was unable to be here, so we will have an empty seat this evening.
That's a shame.
Well, we must carry on. And he sits down joyfully, and there's some like music floating through the chambers. You're not sure where it's coming from. Maybe there's a bard in a different room, but it's very like, in the other room music vibes. And you all sit down, the courses are brought out, and Charlotte just immediately like jumps down your throat basically in a polite way, and it's like, okay, so tell me, best adventure you've been on.
Best adventure we've been on.
This one right now. Next question.
Whoa. You're good. All right, worst adventure you've ever been on.
Ooh, our
This
last
one right
was-
now. Next question.
Oh,
Probably, yeah. Hex was pretty bad.
I did not care for being a ferret.
Oh,
were a
yes.
ferret?
No, that wasn't fun either.
well, no one told me that one.
Yes, we were briefly turned into woodland creatures, and it was
All
unpleasant.
ferrets?
Yeah, was
no,
it all ferrets?
I was a bird.
That was just me.
I see.
I did not partake in the animal party thing.
Oh, cool. Me either.
Well, an impressive adventure was probably getting me out of Gehenna.
No, that one was actually nice. I enjoyed Gehenna.
You enjoyed Gehenna?
I will let Triss explain.
Yeah, it was actually quite nice, yes. The architecture and the atmosphere, it was... A lot of people find it foreboding and dismal, but I vibed with it.
All right. Well, I've never been myself. Not many people can say they've had the pleasure, I suppose, but...
Soren and I
great.
were considering summering there, honestly.
Oh, yeah, Soren probably would consider summering there.
You know Soren?
Oh, my dad does. I've not met him personally, but yeah. So not that we I shouldn't say anymore. And she just smiles and sips her wine.
Gonna lean over to Oleander.
Go for it.
Cartoon character whispering logic, meaning she can't hear us. Well, I guess it's a good thing we decided to help them. Soren will be pleased.
Yeah, that seems to work out pretty well for everyone then.
I got a natural 20 to vibe check the table.
Oh, nice.
The vibe check is they're ashamed to be working with the Watchers, but
Ashamed.
As they should be.
yeah,
Ah!
yeah. But they needed their help because they are in between a rock and a hard place.
That means I got a 30 on insight.
Damn.
That is wild.
You can see through them, just physically also. It transcends.
Everyone turns into a book in front of you. They open.
And
I
you
dropped the
can read
PDF in
them.
chat. I dropped my session notes.
And I know all.
Yeah.
It's like Shinigami eyes, but for everybody's shame.
Wow, and that, dude, not a sin, but weird.
So yeah, I mean, with a nat 20, you know that, like, you know, they're not really happy to be taking help from a thieves guild. But again, they're in a very dire situation because they can't really go to Kovith and they can't really stay in Albion. So
Well, I frankly can't blame you for working with the Watchers considering your situation. It's understandable and frankly admirable that you will do whatever you must to keep your people safe.
yes, and that Damien begins. He says, "Yes, and that is kind of the request I'll make of you at this dinner, is to further that with us. Of course, we can pay whatever you want in whatever manner you want. If it's notoriety, whatever you want, basically.
Oh, we
is-
don't
I can
work
make
for
that happen.
exposure.
Yeah, I can give you silver as well. I just
What do
some
we
people
work
prefer.
for?
Money.
So,
Money.
Money would be nice.
Yeah,
Give us money, please.
why don't we get some details
Yes,
for
what-
this job first?
What exactly would it entail?
Well, Vesper here is not here by coincidence. She is bringing foreboding news for the town of Windwild. The North Top Station is right to the north of us. It's the northmost train station in Albion.
Hence the name.
Hence, yes. There was a runaway train a few weeks ago, and it's been found at North Top. And I have two younger brothers, and they are stationed at North Top now to intercept the train when it gets there, but unfortunately, the entire passenger train has been turned to, I believe you call it Marrow.
Mm.
And it is not going to stop at North Top. It's going to barrel right into my town if I don't do anything about it.
Well, that is concerning, isn't it?
That would be very bad.
Yes, the Daemons have built quite a lineage here. We have the means to fend off a war, but not one directly in our soil, if that makes sense.
Well, we are hardly friends to the Queen of Maywood.
Yes, like I said, I'd be able to pay you, and Charlotte tells me you have a means of transporting yourselves.
We do, yes.
Can it hit a moving object? Have you tried?
We have not, actually. I don't
I
believe
probably have. I've done 30 years now in the background of doing things.
Just splat somewhere in a different
One may have been popping in and out on the damselfly.
No, that's true.
it's true.
You know, when we had one.
If I had
This is where I put my
Did
damselfly.
not realize you were fond to look a gift horse in the mouth, so to speak. The Emerald Caravan is an efficient set of adventurers who have managed to take out threats such as a Banefire dragon. We will manage.
All right, I was honestly asking for your well-being. As I said, two of my younger brothers, they are up at North Top Station now, trying to evacuate people so the marrow doesn't run through them as well.
What train did you say this was again?
I don't have a name for it.
Well, we appreciate your concern, and we will certainly be willing to intercede in this matter.
Alex, the player.
Alex the player has a name for it.
No, Alex the player wants to know: is this like a passenger train, or is this like that fucking rail fortress that flattened Azara's home?
Oh, it could be
The one
either.
with the big
He doesn't
fucking
have the
gun on it.
details. You might have to go figure it out yourself.
Because I'm afraid it's the one with the big fucking guns.
He said that there were passengers on board.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we'll need to do some scouting before we do anything else.
Yes, if you go find the twin brothers, they're at North Top. They can at least they're going to make a barricade of sorts. Was the original idea before I met you all, and at least that'll give it a second to slow down, so you could then portal into the train if you needed it to slow down.
Well, slowing it down would be wise regardless. The more time we can buy, the better.
Yes, so they should be there tonight. They should make it there. We don't have the means to transport as quickly as you all, but
I mean, I could transport them.
well, they already left. So
Oh, yes.
would have been good. It would have been good, but I appreciate your offer.
Cool.
And Vesper, do you have news for them as well? And Vesper begins speaking, and she says, "Yes, we haven't made acquaintances yet, but I think we work for the same person. Soren went missing last night. Again, nothing to be concerned with, because you've all probably dealt with this dozens of times at this point. But essentially what happened is the Empire invaded a Albion city last night, and Soren and one of his assassins were in the town for some reason. Marrow swarmed the city, Empire versus Albion. It really is probably one of the first big conflicts of the war, and Soren found himself there. We haven't been able to find him since, but I'm sure he's fine.
Who was with him?
Eltrond. He's an assassin.
I'm muted in like 5 places. He's like the badass assassin that if he was gonna get away with it, he would get away with it anyway, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not great.
Nope.
And is also a changeling, I believe. So, like,
That's,
That's pretty suspicious.
Do we
Tris
know-
doesn't like to show her emotions, so she doesn't look like she's worried about that at all. But
Do
I'm
we
sure
know-
he's fine.
Altron's whereabouts?
No, we
Yeah,
haven't
we
been
both
able to
are.
find either of them. But again, Soren has been in worse scrapes than this, and you need not worry. I just know he would want to tell you.
Ugh. Look, I don't believe what you're saying. I think it's bullshit. That he's fine, because I have only been here for like a handful of days, and that entire time I've needed to save his ass. So
That does sound like my prince.
Yes.
What's her attitude? Does she seem concerned? Does she seem a little glad maybe that he's gone? What's the?
Roll another nat 20, I'll tell you.
I did not, but the 19.
19. I mean, she's concerned, but you can't tell if she's concerned because it's going to mess up her own machinations or if she lost a watcher.
Right. Okay.
He'll be fine. He escaped the endless tunnels, did he not? We should probably focus on saving all of Windwild first.
Don't underestimate our ability to multitask.
If that is what you think is wise, but one of these jobs pays and one does not.
I don't believe it's your decision what we do.
I wouldn't
But yet
dream
you
of
hold a
it.
lot of opinions over there, don't you?
When you've been a watcher as long as me, you understand that some things are more important than finding one person.
Well, you get to decide what you think is important, and the rest of us get to decide what we think is important. And if you have any more opinions, I do ask that you hold them.
I will oblige you that much.
Hmm.
Damien, the Duke, clearly thought y'all were friends, and is now like, ah, shit. What a bad dinner party.
Percy, the vine is very good, Duke.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It's from our family stocks.
Compliments to the chef. It's all
Ah.
delicious.
I will send that along.
wonderful.
Your
I'm
hospitality.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you have a restroom I could use?
Yep, done all.
Thank you so much.
Ooh, I'll come with.
Yes.
Oh, we're all going, all right.
Yes.
The
Percy
whole
and,
table,
Percy and Oleander just staying there like,
not wanting to talk still.
Olander with untouched food on her plate.
your hospitality is a welcome to change of pace.
Yeah, as Sam pointed out, I have a little trinket from Soren that I would like to check.
Yep, he's in Pridania, which is to the west. It's like the next town on the west. So
Is
it's
that the
actually
one?
Ooh, what's that?
Hmm.
Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
yeah, it's Pridania on the west. He's his heart's beating. He's fine.
Thank God. Okay. Whew. And what was the name of the town that was attacked? Is it the same town or?
What was that? Let me figure that out. I have it somewhere. It's not the same town, I'll tell you that. But
Okay.
You have a teleporting sword, and 5 minutes before it gets suspicious.
Yeah, we can just pop over there.
yeah, you can.
Okay, I think we do that.
Yeah.
Wait, right now? Wait,
You can go right now.
just the three of us? Right
Why
now?
not?
Make sure he's not dead. Well,
Yeah, we're just gonna. It's just a quick check. I mean, like I said, he's sort of my nephew, so I kind of owe this to him.
Should I be coming with, or should I stay here and tell them?
I don't know, Minerva. Do whatever you want.
just
It's a
let
hell
him
of a party split, y'all. Just saying.
is
I'm sure
pretty
we
tough.
won't regret this at all. How's
We're
that
not
whole
going to
full
do
hunter
anything.
killers doing?
We're not going to get into any fights. We're just going
Yeah,
to go,
huh?
get eyes on sword, and then leave.
Famous last
Okay,
words.
and if you don't
Yeah,
come back
look, is
in
our- the
5
last ti-
minutes, I run screaming.
Maybe don't scream, but definitely do tell Oleander.
Yeah.
All
Wait.
right.
Why would you scream? That's so
All right,
loud.
resident power gamer wants to chime in here. You're the only. We don't have a teleporting sword. If you guys are fucked, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, there's no Oleander Versey come save the day. Like,
There's no cavalry.
there
I
is
I mean,
no
I could
backup.
open the sword and send a Zara and Minerva, but then
No, just send just me. I can fly.
No,
I
I
can
will just
And
send
you know, we've
Let's
never
just
had
go really quick and then come back. The other people aren't here. They can't argue with us, and we're both impulsive, so we just do it.
Wait, maybe this is not what is the sword? What's the portal? Where are you going? Can you please just take a breath?
all we want to do is pop into the next town over, make sure Soren's okay, and then come back. If
It
Soren's
won't take
not
very
okay,
long at all.
Just
we will be gone for like 2 minutes.
this sounds like a very bad idea, and
Yes, it
I
does,
say
doesn't
this
it?
as someone who has a lot of them.
I'll be fine.
Which is why I'll go with you. I'm not leaving
No,
you alone because I can pull you back out immediately.
Okay,
We just-
I'm sneaky. I can fly. I'll be all right.
I respect both of you. You are both very cool, wonderful people. However, I wouldn't say either of you would be considered the responsible one in this group. So if you're gonna pop out and check on Soren, please take either Vercingetorix or Oleander with you.
I really didn't mean for this to be like such a production. I truly meant for us to like be gone for like a minute.
I don't think it'll take very long. I think it'll be fine.
Let it be known, I think this is a very bad idea.
You're
I think this is a
concern has been taken
horrible,
under advisement.
terrible
we really will be very
idea.
fast. I promise.
I thought you were both very smart. now I'm just apparently wrong.
All right. So what do
Sometimes we
do?
make foolish decisions because we care about someone.
I just want to see what happens.
Or because of that.
Do we raise enough of a clatter down the hall that someone hears us? Because that was kind of Minerva's intention, to just make a bit of a scene.
I mean, it's been a few minutes at this point, and they're not back.
The longer we argue, the weirder it is that we're gone this long.
All right, I open a portal and
You
I
think
go
that we're arguing? You want?
Okay.
I'll show you arguing. If you want to argue, we can argue all day long. I'm going
They're
nowhere.
gone.
You want to go? I'm ready to go.
Okay, so you portal to the beautiful town of Pridania.
Fuck it.
Orange and red blooms line the walls, and it's like a big thicket that kind of lines the river, and there's a bridge over to North Pridania and South Pridania. It's actually a pretty big place.
Okay, does the ring give me any more specifics than just this town?
Yeah, he's at the tavern.
Of course he is.
Oh, okay. So why are we even worried then?
I just want to make sure with my own two eyes that he's
All right. Look, be fast. We'll both be very fast. Let's actually wait. If I know where the tavern is, let's just teleport into the tavern, peek on him, and then.
I literally can just look through the window and make sure he's
Okay,
there.
well, that's creepy, Azara, but fine. I don't really care about social norms, so.
I'll grab Triss and he'd start jogging for the tavern.
Yeah, I mean, are you just peeking through the window? Soren is sitting there at a table. His head is slammed down on the table, and he's sleeping.
Okay, that's weird enough that I want to go inside.
Yeah, that's
It wasn't even tried.
Just I want to make sure he's not dead and not just horrendously wasted at the tavern.
trap. Okay, so I stop her at that point because that's
Okay, Azara. You're right, this is weird. And we do know enough now to know that this is a strange situation. So we're not going to run straight in there. We're going to pop back. We're going to tell everyone else, and we'll all go in together.
You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cast a healing spell, and then we can leave. If he's hurt, it'll fix him, and if he's not, it won't do anything, and then we can go.
Does it reach from here?
Yeah, I don't even have to go inside.
Okay, fine.
I cast a spell.
His head just kind of slowly goes up, and he's black and blue all over his face, and he's just Azara? And then he waves at the window, and he's fine.
All right, well, we can leave then.
Heal him up a little bit, some of the bruises fade. All right, let's go back, because it's been longer than a normal bathroom trip should take.
Oh, yes, I know. Just say the food didn't settle with us. Whatever.
I open the portal back.
You're back, and Minerva's still standing there, maybe? I don't know.
No, but Minerva has walked back into the dinner, sat down next to Vercingetorix, and just said, I have good news and I have bad news.
All right.
Which one? Actually, maybe, I don't know if they are both.
Just what?
Which
what
one
is
do
it?
you want first?
Just what's the bad news?
So Zara and Triss are gone.
Fucking damn it!
Fucking damn it.
Gesundheit. Yeah, Azara pulled out a fancy necklace, and then she said, oh, Soren's still alive, and she said, oh, I know exactly where he is, and then Triss said, oh, my magic sword can take us there, and then I tried to cause a scene to get people to notice and come over and stop them, but I couldn't do it by myself. There's two people, and I'm not gonna, attack them. They're friends, and I told them it was a bad idea, but anyway, they're gone.
Well, they're on their own because I have no way to get to them. That's their decision. All right, what's the good news?
Oh, well, Soren's not dead.
Yeah, I guess that's good news.
Yeah, at that point they walk back in like nothing happened.
Vercy's staring daggers at both of you. I pick up one cursed sword and I never hear the end of it. I had done
My
it.
sword isn't cursed. It's my friend.
He was more muttering under his breath than addressing them. He was more just.
Okay, well, he's
Anyway, dinner has been fantastic. You have a lovely home.
Thank you.
Charlotte is your family, lovely, all of them.
Just
the best one is
phenomenal.
Amara. If you see Amara, tell Amara she's the best of you all.
I will do so, and I do not disagree.
Anyway, I'm pooped. Good times have been had by all.
It's been like 10 minutes.
Good Lord, what is that happening in there? Aurora Borealis?
Barely started to have dinner.
Aurora
Well,
Borealis?
if you do need to leave, that's totally fine. Again, I will pay you handsomely if you are able to save my town. That's as simple as that.
I would love to
Yes, can
save
I
your
see the
town.
exact amount for the negotiations?
Sure. How's 8,000 silver?
This is a bit low for an entire town we're saving, is it not?
I think it's right on cue.
Well, I mean, it's your people, if that's what you value them at. 8,000, I wonder what they think of that, to know that there's a price on their lives.
All right, I can do 9,000.
Sounds good.
Thank
Now we're
you
pulling
very much
the
for your
war.
hospitality. We will set out first thing in the morning.
All right, thank you. Just tell them I sent you wherever you hang your heads tonight, and they'll waive the fee. We can take it out of your 9,000 later. It's a joke.
We'll see about that,
Joke.
won't we?
It's a joke. Yeah, I'm not very funny. Eddie.
Charlotte, you seem to take after your aunt.
Yes, I do.
You asked us much about our adventures. Have you had any of particular note?
Well, the one I just went on was good. And then one time I was hunting boars in the Bristleboar bog up to the north. That was a lot of fun. And Dad got really mad, and he actually came himself and dragged me out of the swamp that time. And I wasn't like wearing like waders or anything, so I was like sunk in pretty deep. And then I always ask Amara and Scourge if I can go on their adventures with them, and they always say, when you're older, Charlotte. And they weren't that much older when they started adventuring, which is what upsets me. But yeah.
What exactly do they do?
I don't really know. They keep it close to their chest, but I don't think they're fans of the Queen either.
Well, that's good.
Yes, I suppose.
So, Vesper, how long have you been a member of the Watchers?
I have been a member. I don't know why I'm Russian now. I have been a member for a very long time. 20 years. Longer than Soren.
Is
Counts
it a
for something.
competition?
No, perhaps you've mistaken. I am proud to have been in service for so long.
So you would have joined when Ton was in charge then?
Yes,
Did you know him well?
very well.
I'm like hoping that my fellow Highways Insight folks are keeping eyes on this conversation. As am I. I'm trying to get a read on Vesper.
Go ahead and, Azara, make a charisma check.
Yeah, Olander's keeping an eye for sure. My internet is just
Yeah.
butts, so I don't want to interject.
That's only a 13.
Okay. So Vesper kind of takes the cue in the conversation and narrows her eyes for a second, and she says, "Do you not trust my allegiance?"
Certainly none. I have no doubt that you have served for a long time and are quite proud of that service.
And also, it doesn't really matter to us if you are aligned and truthful to him or not, does it? I mean, your loyalties are your own, and since we're only friends of Soren, we're not part of the Watchers, it doesn't really matter to us. And Tress is like bullshitting, because they do care about spying, but...
Yes, it's not like your Soren's family.
Are you?
I suppose not biologically, but do not kid yourself that Soren's allegiance is to us before anyone else.
Trust me. We know.
I am sure he has proved that time and time again.
Oh, you're fun, aren't you? You enjoy getting into people's heads. Cute.
I am a watcher, am I not?
Mm.
Damien's like, perhaps we go to dessert now.
Oh, dessert.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, we'll make it a quick dessert. He just kind of stands up and shuffles off. So dessert is had, unless you all want to say anything else to any of these party goers. That is probably...
So it's Vesper, Charlotte.
Charlotte's brother Charlie, who is older than her. Charlie's quiet. Yeah, a lot like his dad. Even just like in demeanor.
All right, so where does Dad fit in on Amara's family tree again? I'm getting lost in all the
Her oldest brother.
Oldest brother.
Okay.
Yep.
So he's a fan of Amara. Okay, I'm trying to remember the Amaras.
Yeah, I
family
mean,
tree.
I imagine 30 years they've worked their shit out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He was very pissed at her when she ran away. Of the whole family, probably the most pissed when she ran away. But it has been 30 years, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any questions. Everyone kind of did the grilling. I don't know. My brain is pudding.
Okay.
I want these people to like us, so I am actually going to try and be a good dinner guest.
Yeah,
No, I mean, they're not upset,
pleasant dinner guests.
Yeah, it's Vesper that's starting the shit. They understand. They, like they said, they're like you and they are ashamed to be working
Just
with her.
pretend Oleander's keeping up the very polite, noble person small talk.
That's
expected.
I know, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, Verse, he was being genuine when he was complimenting the wine, at least.
No, they're not like upset. It's just Vesper being
a watcher being shitty. What else?
A watcher.
Wow, watcher being shitty. Who would have guessed?
Shocking.
Shocking. All right, well, unless anyone has anything else, I think we're going to call it and set off to the train station next week.
Triss does tell Azara to not take anything Vesper said seriously, that it was meant to get in her head, and the fact that she was poking on that was something like meaningful, and consider why she wanted you to think that.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you, Triss.
Yeah, just don't take it seriously. I know how these head games work. But the fact that she posted on that specifically, trying to separate your loyalties, trying to make you doubt that Sorn cared, part of it is because she's afraid of the other.
She is not the first to make remarks to that effect, and I doubt she'll be the last.
Don't let it get to you.
I will do my best.
I know right now things are very difficult, but you're doing well. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're not.
Thank you, Triss. I appreciate that.
All right, well, boop. And I just kind of like poke her on the nose and walk away.
Did your vet teach you that? That's good.
Yeah, that was something Triss learned from your vet.
Absolutely.
All right, well.
Bewildered, but okay.
So I'll leave you with one last thing.
No.
Oh no!
So as you are, the first night of this season, to just be meta with it, when Ton passed away, you were looking up at the sky and you saw a red star falling to the earth. This time you see, you're kind of all like sitting out at the tavern, wherever you hang your heads, looking out to the window, and you actually see the reverse. You see a red star, this red glowing beam, just like slowly fly up into the sky, and then take its place amongst the stars.
Not a fan. Hey, is Sorn still like here? And
Soren's dead now.
Sorn like Sorn is in the sky now.
Yeah, so he's a star now.
Just hanging out with Emmy.
Yeah, Soren's fine.
Soren can't come to the phone. Why? Because
he's dead.
You all saw that too, right?
Yes.
What the hell is it?
Guess we'll find out next week.
Find
dun,
out
dun.
next
All right.
week on WovenRealm.
We'll
You
call it
watched
there.
it.
Ah.
You can't unwatch it.
I have to get the combats ready for next week. I didn't have them ready, so we'll call it there.
Yeah, dude, 13th age
fair.
combat at this level is a turn.
That's a lot,
setup.
yeah.
It's a
Especially
doozy.
now that you're giving us a fucking pet and everything.
I love
Oh my
the
god,
pet.
Nevi, you're peeking your mic anytime you talk about the pet.
Just anytime Heckhound comes.
Grumpy.
Love our Heckhound. He's such a good little boy.
Well,
little
thanks for
Rufus.
hanging out, y'all.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Thanks for watching, y'all. We'll see you next week. Thanks for those who donated.
Yeah,
Hell
our
yeah.
fundraiser for the National Kidney Foundation is still ongoing, so
You,
all subs and bits to the channel are going to be donated.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
You all
Yeah.
have a wonderful night.
Good night.
See you all next time. Bye.
Kisses.
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 Mwah, 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 mwah.
Next.